As the invasion of Ukraine by Russian forces continues, so do comparisons of current unrest and past world wars. KW's Noah McKinney spoke with local historians who share some similarities they've noticed.
As the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues to play out, some have noted similarities to another world event, the beginning of World War II.
In the 1930s, we were watching warily. I guess is the best way to put it. We didn't want to be involved in another world war.
In 1938, Germany was under the rule of Adolf Hitler, who held strongly that areas such as Austria and the Sudetenland should be part of Germany.
Because he saw them as ethnically German. They were German in his eyes, and therefore they should be a part of this Third Reich, this empire.
And that is very much what Putin is doing with first the Crimea in 2014 and now the Donbass region.
Two territories considered part of Ukraine since its independence from Russia in 1991, though recently Putin has acknowledged them as separate from Ukraine and closer ethnically and culturally to Russia.
Hitler got away with it in the Sudetenland, and Putin may have assumed that he was getting away with it prior to last Thursday.
Where Hitler eventually invaded and captured Czechoslovakia and Poland, due in part to little resistance from global powers, Putin's Thursday invasion of Ukraine has seen much heavier resistance, both from the Ukrainian people and global organizations.
There was no NATO, there was no EU, there was no UN at the start of World War II.
Organizations that have shown muted reaction to Russia's past advances in areas like Crimea, but are building in resistance as Putin's actions grow more bold, hearkening to another point in global history.
The Cold War has already reignited, and it did not begin last Thursday. I would argue that one could see the seeds of a new Cold War even beginning during the Bush administration.
It's not just an us thing, it's not just a Ukraine thing. It's the entire world is waiting and watching.
For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
Thank you very much, Noah. For further study, that display on the beginning of World War II, as well as many locally relevant artifacts, can be seen at the 12th Armored Division Museum on North 2nd Street in Abilene.